Yes, I am Jennifer Lucero. I'm the Associate Dean of Admissions for the David Geffen School of Medicine. So the School of Medicine has, it's an MD program, and it's designed to train future medical physicians that will go into graduate education training and with the idea of practicing clinical medicine. In addition, doing research, potentially advocacy and leadership, among other things. In the program, we have it's a School of Medicine that actually has 4 different tracks. So we have the traditional MD track, which is a 4-year program. We have the MSTP track, which is an MD PhD program where we train future physician scientists. So they're doing an MD and a PhD combined. And then we have the third track, which is a Prime LA track, and that is a 5-year program, which includes a concurrent degree. Examples would be an MPP, MPH, but those folks that are in the Prime LA program, it is designed to work with urban underserved, and so it's the mission is set for that, and they usually do their concurrent degree to kind of focus in on their work that they're going to do as future clinicians and leaders in advocacy in the urban underserved. And then the fourth track is the DREW or CDU medical education program, and that has a program that is 4 years with a thesis, and again focused on the urban underserved, particularly in South Los Angeles. So the application season starts in June, and that would be June prior to your matriculation. Matriculation usually is the August of the following year. Applicants actually start preparing for the year prior to their application because there is entrance exams such as the MCAT. They want to do MCAT preparation. They're obviously working in usually some research, some volunteer options. And so, really, you want to think about the process 2 years prior to make sure that you have everything set up. So, once you start the application, it opens up in June, as I mentioned, and it actually is a rolling admissions. And the application deadline for the primary application is October 1st. And the process is your application is reviewed by multiple individuals. You will then be asked if you're selected for an interview. And after the interviews, usually you'll hear the earliest for admission acceptance decisions are October 15th, but they usually complete sometime in February for depending on which track that you're in. Yes, we have a wonderful financial aid office that's actually a dedicated financial aid office. It's dedicated to the medical students in School of Medicine. And that group helps support the students in their application for the standard FAFSA. But in addition, we have some really tremendous merit scholarships, one of them being the Geffen Scholarship, which offers full tuition for the 4 years, and offers a living stipend. We have additional other merit scholarships. LA Care is another one to just name a few, but there is a lot of support both with our financial aid need-based and our merit-based scholarships. I think students often ask us what makes, the best candidate, or what are the things that we're looking for in medical student applicant. I actually answer that with not particular what makes the best applicant, but really broadly, why medicine. Oftentimes, students talk about why medicine in for medical school alone, but I always think you need to look at medicine. It's a life career. So really, students that are successful really have looked at their journey to medicine, what they want to do with their medical degree, and really medical school is the undergraduate medical education portion of it. We do have graduate medical education that our students go on to, and that's when you do your residency. So once you select your specialty, I, for example, do obstetric anesthesia. And so really the journey to medicine starts with thinking about what you want to do in your career and why you have come to this, because it's a long game. So I always tell our students to think about medicine, not just in the short 4 years of undergraduate medical education, but really longer term. And most of our students that go on, they practice clinical medicine, but they're also leaders in healthcare, and that can be very broadly, whether it's research or, as I mentioned, leadership and advocacy, running a healthcare. Um, doing anything that's operationalized with running a health system, or, we have many people that are focused in equity, diversity. Yeah, so we have a lot of various pre-health fairs that we actually go to. I would say broadly, students should look out throughout, even in California. There's many health fairs and pre-health fairs that talk about the different medical schools, the different programs. We also host in the early winter a pre-health fair at UCLA DGSOM, and so students can start looking there. Additionally, we have virtual office hours for our School of Medicine every Wednesday, and that's every Wednesday, 11 to noon. And students will come in, depending on the time of year, we'll be asking questions about the application, or they may be asking questions about, the process or what we're looking for, any basic, where do I get started? But it's there as a resource. So I would say start with the pre-health fairs, and as you start to get into the application process, um, go to the virtual office hours. Yes, I think becoming a physician, I think, as I mentioned before, is a long process. It's incredibly rewarding. And if you're thinking about medicine, ask yourself why medicine. And again, I would encourage you to attend the pre-health fairs, talk to faculty, look at what they do, look at their day to day. I will personally say that I think I have the best job in the entire world. I get to do amazing things with the students. I work with the students in both the pipeline and outreach. I work with our medical students, and I work with our residents in training the next future generation of clinicians. And most importantly, I get to take care of my patients and provide the best care. And so I think really, when you look at what we do as physicians, reach out, follow us, see what we do, ask our day to day. But again, I think there's nothing more rewarding than being a physician. Thanks. Take care and go Bruins.